I was having a conversation with a friend who's a photographer. I asked what kind of business he can start, and I said, information products is the way to go right now, and he could start a small course teaching people how to use a dSLR. Now, I had my arguments why that course can work and why I still believe that is a very, very lucrative. But why would someone buy from me when they could just go on YouTube and search for the same thing free? All the information pretty much is available for free. Why would anyone buy it from me? Even if I am an expert in the field or I've been at the field for a very long time, why would anyone buy when you could get the same thing for free? That actually is a good question. And I have an even better answer. But first, the intro. Assalamu alaikum and welcome to Just Adventure by Momik, and I'm your host Muhammad Khan, helping you adventure to your life. And in this episode, we will see why it's okay to create and charge money for things that are readily available for free. Like I said, it's a fair concern. That is a good question to ask. A lot of people have this concern. A lot of people actually have this concern. Why would someone buy from me? If you feel lack of confidence, that why would someone buy from me? Why would someone trust me? If that is your question, the answer is in this video. Now, if your question is related to the oversaturation of information on the internet, then this video is for you, the one that you're watching right now. Lucky you. Now, what the question really means is that if the information is available for free and I'm charging money for it, no matter what amount, it can be $5, it can be $500, it doesn't matter the amount, but I'm charging money for it. Why would someone pay me? That is actually a valid concern, and I can give you a lot of arguments for that. I can tell you that, if you know how to cook doesn't mean you will never ever hire a cook or never ever set foot in a restaurant. I can tell you that if you know how to take a photograph, that you will never ever pay anyone to take your photograph. If you know how to do something for free, doesn't mean that you won't pay someone else to do it for you. That in itself should give you an idea of the arguments that can come from this rich vein of logic that I just presented to you. But the bottom line is that people pay a lot for speed and people pay a lot for convenience. And sometimes both are the same. Speed is convenient. But that is not what I'm going to tell you. What I'm going to tell you, I'm going to share with you two figures. Two numbers. The first number is 974 and the second is 632. 974 million and 632 million. 974 million books were sold last year, and 632 ebooks were sold last year in just 5 English-speaking countries of the world: US, the UK, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand. Only in these 5 countries, more than 1.5 billion units of books were sold in 1 year. That's more than 4 million books a day. The information contained in those books, pretty much each and every one of those books, is readily available on the internet. Yet just 1.5 billion units, amounting to billions of dollars and rupees or whatever, that transaction happened just in books, and everyone says that no one is reading books. The problem when you make that argument that no one is going to buy that is actually rooted in this mistake that we want to project our interests onto the markets. And in the wise words of Gary Vaynerchuk, the market is the market is the market. The market is going to tell you what the market wants. You can't impose yourself on it. You can't assume that what you want, the market wants. Although that's an okay place to start with. Make no mistake that you have to start somewhere, and it's a good place to start that, okay, I'm going to assume that the market is going to behave exactly like I'm going to behave, and then you test that assumption. For example, I sell website design. I have never ever paid anyone for website design. If that was the idea of you starting out your freelancing career, that okay, I want to judge the market based on my preference, then you would never ever start your freelancing career, because you would never pay someone else to do what you are doing. So that logic is very weak. And we sell cakes at cakes.pk, and I don't remember the last time we ordered a 3D custom designed cake for any of the birthdays that we celebrate here. We just don't. We order simpler cakes, and our setup is a bit different. But there is a big market, big enough market, to sustain, alhamdulillah, a business like cakes.pk. And there are tons and tons of examples that one can give where the business owners are not active part of the market. So you have to make that distinction between what the market is willing to pay for, where the money is, and what you are willing to pay for. Both may not be equal, and that's completely okay. What needs to overlap is that you need to enjoy the work in the long term, and there needs to be a market willing to pay you money to do that work. That's the overlap that we are interested in. That's the pro-hobbyist way of doing the work. But do not confuse the market's wants with yours. So there is a valid concern that will people buy what you're selling, and the only way to test that is for you to take action. You take action, you will get a result, period. There is no bad result. There is no such thing as a bad result, because you are a scientist, you're an entrepreneur. Because an entrepreneur, as long as he's taking action or she's taking action, there is a result. And as long as there is a result, you know what you can tweak in the equation and what you can adjust, and then you will get a different result. And then you keep adjusting till you go towards your desired or acceptable outcome. The point is that there is a market for information products out there. The question is that, are you the entrepreneur who's going to be lucky enough to serve that market? Like this video if you like it, share this with your friends, and I invite you to subscribe to my YouTube channel and check out the other videos related to creative self-employment and living a life of adventure. Thank you for your attention. I wish you nothing but the best. God bless, and just add. And in this episode, we are going to finally figure out why it's completely okay to charge money for things when the same thing is available for free somewhere else. Someone just choked a bird. The bird is dead now. It's okay. We can continue, I think.